Welcome to Football Fanatics Forum YouTube channel. Sheffield United will host Arsenal at Bramall Lane Stadium in Week 27 of the English Premier League. Monday's Premier League match will be an important one at both ends of the table as Mikel Arteta's Gunners visit Bramall Lane. We look ahead to the match with our Sheffield United versus Arsenal prediction and preview. Arsenal look big favourites to beat Sheffield United on Monday. Arsenal are clear favourites for this match. Sheffield United could become the first team in English League history to concede 5 or more goals in 4 consecutive home games in all competitions. Arsenal won 6-0 against West Ham and 5-0 against Burnley in their last 2 away games. No team in the history of England's top 4 leagues has won 3 consecutive away games by a goal difference of 5 or more. Sheffield United have conceded 5 goals in their last 3 home games in all competitions, losing 5-2 to Brighton and Hove Albion in the FA Cup, and then losing 5-0 to Aston Villa and Brighton in the Premier League. They will now look to avoid the embarrassment of becoming the first team in English League history to concede 5 or more goals in 4 consecutive home games. Arsenal, on the other hand, have thrashed West Ham 6-0 and Burnley 5-0 in their last 2 Premier League away games. No team in the history of England's top 4 leagues has ever won 3 consecutive away games by a goal difference of 5 or more. What was the result at the Emirates Stadium in October? Mikel Arteta's men can feel history is in their hands on Monday after a dazzling performance against Newcastle United last week. The visitors were dominant from start to finish as Kai Havertz, Bukayo Saka and Jakub Kiwior found the net after Sven Botman's own goal to seal a 4-1 victory. Sheffield United's relegation to the lower league has been finalised. Things are not going well for Sheffield United, who play Premier League matches as prestige matches under Chris Wilder. It is certain that they will endeavour to score fewer goals against Arsenal. The Blades' return to the top flight has been a poor one, and the change on the bench since our last fixture has made little difference as they continue to hang on in the league, struggle for wins and concede goals at an alarming rate. Paul Heckingbottom took 5 points from 14 games in charge before Chris Wilder was handed a second spell in charge of his hometown club, but so far his return has not been a happy one. Since taking charge in December, he has picked up just 2 wins in 12 games, leaving his side 11 points adrift of safety. The injury-plagued defence has kept just 1 clean sheet, and the 66 goals conceded are the most conceded by a top-flight side in 26 games since the early 1960s. The Blades lost 5-2 to Brighton in the FA Cup and have lost 5-0 to Aston Villa and the Seagulls in their last 3 home games. This put them on the verge of becoming the first English League team in history to concede 5+ goals in 4 consecutive home games, while they lost 1-0 to Wolves in their last game. The experienced manager answered the questions of the press before the match. Arteta: "First of all, you have to earn the right to win matches. We want to be ruthless and effective in front of goal, and I think we have been really good recently. We look at the weaknesses and strengths of each team, and we try to take the game to the opposition. But I say this because I know Sheffield United really well. I analysed them and what Chris did years ago, and I learned from his teams. I tell you, it will be a really difficult game." Arteta will hope to be included in the matchday squad for the first time since the visit of Chelsea in October after Thomas Partey continued his return to fitness following a hamstring problem. Alexander Zinchenko and Takahiro Tomiyasu are also close to returning after recovering from calf injuries, while Jurrien Timber has been involved in first-team training again, but is still some way off a return. Wilder is pleased to have George Baldock available for selection again, as well as January signing Ben Brereton Diaz, but his injury problems persist and there are other players not at his disposal at the moment. Mason Holgate is suspended and Cameron Archer and Anis Slimani are not expected to return until after the international break. Defenders John Egan, Chris Basham, Max Lowe and Rhys Norrington-Davies will be out for the rest of the season, while Daniel Jebbison will be out of action due to health problems. In the light of the data we have analysed, our prediction for the match score is that Arsenal will win the match by scoring at least 4 goals. Keep watching and following us for pre-match analysis and prediction videos. Thank you for watching. Thank